Hi, it's Michelle, and I'm a certified holistic nutritionist and emotional eating expert. And today I wanted to share with you why you might be an emotional eater and why those diets, pills, and surgeries are not necessarily the answer if you are an emotional eater. And I just want to say that if you're an emotional eater, what is happening is something much deeper than a diet, a pill, or a surgery is going to solve. So I see this with so many women. Those things are all Band-Aids. And I say that because I struggled with emotional eating for many years and I tried so many diets, and it didn't matter which diet I tried. I would restrict, I would yo-yo, I would use all my willpower, and I still couldn't move through it and sustain the results. I didn't create better habits. I didn't reach my goals. And so when this kept happening to me, I broke down time and time again. And finally, my last sort of breakdown that I couldn't move forward with all of this restriction, and I knew I needed to find a better way. And what I found was that the old way of doing things, this conventional system of diets and pills and surgeries, they're not the answer and solution. And I say that because I tried so many diets, and the women I worked with have tried the diets, the pills, the surgeries, and that's such a long-term consequence to have a surgery. I've seen clients do that and still be in the same position. It doesn't help them because that urge to eat and overeat is still there. What's happening is not being resolved. We did not get to the root of emotional eating. And so I want to explain to you a little bit about why you might be an emotional eater. And so, one reason that you might be an emotional eater is that you learned this from your family. I've heard countless women say that their families taught them to emotionally eat. Whatever emotion they were feeling, they would emotionally eat. Or they saw their parents emotionally eating. When we're little and we see our parents doing something, they don't have to tell us to do it. We absorb that information. That's how our brain works. We absorb it. We absorb their patterns and behaviors by osmosis. We don't even need to learn it. So we see that, and that's something we take with us for the rest of our life unless we do something about it. The second thing is that we realize that food made us feel good. So, of course, food makes us feel good. When we eat food in our body physiologically, we get feel good chemicals released. And so, much like when we go on social media or we do a certain thing in our life and it feels good, we know that if we do that thing, we will feel good. So if we're in a bad mood or we are, in one of those negative emotions that we feel really uncomfortable feeling, we know we can go towards food or something else to make us feel good. And the thing is that when we develop this habit, we do it so much, it becomes so automatic that we just crave the food. We want to eat the food. We don't even realize we're not feeling that great underneath, that there's something, we might be some kind of emotion that doesn't feel good. It feels uncomfortable in our system. The third thing that I see a lot is that emotional eaters were never taught the difference between true hunger, so physiological hunger, and emotional hunger. We're not taught this. Even when we go to all the diets and we try all the plans, and when I didn't have a clue about my hunger. I was hungry all the time, or I would just randomly eat 5 meals in a row. I didn't know what was happening to me. Diets just tell you to restrict, to use your willpower. You are stronger than this urge. But something deeper is going on that does have a lot more power and control. And if you've been on diets, you know that you eventually fall off of them because something bigger is going on. And finally, the fourth thing that I see is that as a society, we are not taught how to feel our emotions, process them, resolve them. We are really taught to distract from them, to dismiss them, to run away from them. And when we don't know what to do with those emotions we're feeling, we might be really aware of them, but we don't know what to do. And so then we go towards the food because at least temporarily it makes us feel better. It doesn't get rid of how we're feeling, but temporarily we feel okay. And so something more is needed. If you notice with all of the reasons why you might be emotionally eating, you saw that none of it had to do with your body being broken. None of it had to do with needing more willpower. And none of it had to do with needing a surgery. All of it boiled down to your emotions and different reasons why your emotions come up and you don't know how to deal and process with them, or you're not really aware of them, or you use food to take away from your negative emotions. So what do we need? We need a different solution. So first of all, we need to learn how to process and move through our emotions to resolve them, not just talking about them or thinking we're resolving them. Deeper, we need to go deeper into the body and resolve them. We need to make sure we get to the root of the emotion. Otherwise, it's always going to be coming up that and we're going to constantly be coping with that emotion. We're not going to be resolving it. So we're going to constantly be in this battle with food because we haven't dealt with the real cause of it. The second thing is that we need to learn body acceptance and stop punishing our bodies with these diets and these pills and these surgeries and saying something's wrong with our body or believing something's wrong with our body when nothing is inherently wrong with our body. We just don't know the different how our body works. We don't realize the amazingness of our body. We look to the outside. It needs to fit into a certain box. And it's not to say that you can't eventually lose weight, but when you are hating yourself to a better body or hating yourself to love yourself, that doesn't make sense. You need to go deeper and learn true body acceptance. And then finally, true nourishment and strategic digestion is important because after years of dieting and messing with your body and maybe never really learning how to nourish your body through these diets, your body is depleted. It needs nutrients and it needs strategic digestion, because when we are in this emotional turmoil and we are stressing ourselves out and speaking really negatively to ourselves, that impacts our digestion. And physically, that also impacts our mood. But I don't want to complicate this too much. We need to really deeply nourish our body. This is the container, and emotions also live in the body. So we need to make sure we are nourishing our bodies. So these 3 steps are key and pivotal. It's not one or the other, just nourishing yourself or body acceptance or emotional wellness. It's all of these synergistically together are profound to help move you through emotional eating. It is not a surface solution. This is a deep rooted solution that I've used and helped clients use. And if you get anything from this video, it's that emotional eating has deeper roots. It's not just about controlling what you eat, and it's not just about getting something being wrong with your body. There are emotions deep that need to be resolved and processed through, and you need to get to the root of what's happening. So of course, if you have any questions, please let me know, and please be sure to like and subscribe. I hope this video was helpful, and I look forward to sharing more with you, and I hope you have a great day.